Yo folks, and welcome to the channel. My name is Bork. In today's video covering EX Dungeon 2. Just note this is going to be the section that I'm going to be using. It is not a guide, it's going to be my pain attempt, so hopefully we can actually complete this. But let's go ahead and jump right into the characters that can auto it apparently. So the first one's being is Rin. I have her like this. I don't have her refined at 11.6. Next character is going to be Yui, normal, not New Year's Yui, and she's going to be at 4-star. This is going to be her gear set. No, she does not have her ascension. I might do it depending if I fail or not. Then I have NY Yui at 3-star, and this is how she's going to be looking. Just note, they had her 5-star in the video, and I'm not sure if she was fully decked out. Don't run the Yui, the NY Yui specifically that I have, because you're probably going to brick her. That is a bricked version. This is Misato. She is missing the staff. She could probably use it. And then finally, we have Nozomi as our tank. She is missing her dress right here for 12.5. But let's go ahead and jump into the actual fight. Actually do it. So this is going to be the first team I'm going to be personally running. I'm going to be running a total of technically 10 teams in order to do this. Whether we can actually complete it or not, that beholds to be a question. And like I said, it's not a guide. EX Dungeon 2 is supposed to be painful for us. I believe we sort of got this content early, and Kuka already died, so that is super painful. Technically, this team was supposed to run someone like Nozomi, but at the end of the day, I'm not really trying to complete this. I'm just trying to attempt this. It's up to you at the end of the day whether you want to do this right now or, try hard it and like manual it, whatever. I'm not try-harding it. This is my style. It's up to you how you want to do things and how you want to play the game. But at the end of the day, if I can hopefully complete it within either today and tomorrow, that'd be really cool. Or if I could complete it today, that would be absolutely amazing. The whole point of EX Dungeon 2 though is really to run multiple teams against this guy, run a main team that can sort of do it manual. You can painstakingly create like timelines and stuff. But honestly, when it comes to EX Dungeon 2, it's really not worth it, mostly because you're going to be pulling your hair out trying to figure out timings and every single minute detail. This guy is not meant to be like done within 2 or 3 teams, I feel, but it's up to you. Even in JP, they had like a pretty like harsh time with it. And Summer Tamaki, I can't believe she already like pretty much passed out there. Probably because I haven't refined her, I don't have any armor. And we've used like technically 3 teams and we're not even halfway. So I am not faithful that we'll be able to complete this, but at least we're a third of the way through and we're almost there. You know what? I'm going to use my bottom feeder teams now, just in case I cannot run better teams, because we're already blowing through quote unquote my decent teams, all right? So I want to at least get him to 75% where I have more characters, or I just can't complete this today. But we'll essentially see how this one flows. So they almost instantaneously die. Here's gonna be my last team right here. They die almost instantaneously. Maybe I should have just used like a fodder unit, but it doesn't really matter at this point. They just kind of die within seconds. And yeah, I'm doing this at 3x speed. I'm kind of experimenting with this one. If I can't do it right now, that's just painful to say the least. So we're gonna go ahead and run the Kino team. We're already running out of teams, dude. This is so sad. Like, I cannot believe how tough this boss is. But hey, it's EX Dungeon 2. I remember this was painful in JP. So I'm not really surprised at the end of the day. Tamaki is going to be the clear like MVP for like these fights because Tamaki can do the TP reduction. But oh my goodness, this guy is absolutely melting us right now. So let's go to my parties and EX Dungeon 2 and go to Lima. I only have 2 parties. Well, technically I have 3 parties left, but I highly doubt my last team can actually do anything. There we go. Hopefully we can do something. No. Oh my god, this is nuts. We're not even halfway through this boss, and he is like melting all of my team. So there's some heals there on the Lima. Summer Kokoro passed out because she's not, essentially geared. 36 seconds. I mean, obviously this team is performing a little bit better, but not by much. 25 seconds they were able to last. This is not fun at all for me. We'll figure it out. So here's going to be our last team, and we're probably going to get him maybe halfway today. I've lost every single team member to a dungeon fight, but honestly, this thing is painful, and I have no idea if I can actually complete this. There we go. We got Ray down. This is Nutty. We're gonna be doing this team, so we're gonna use this party. And just note, the characters left, they're not really characters left at the end of the day. So you're supposed to manual the last 20 seconds of the fight. So we'll get to 1 minute and essentially, we'll get to the 20-second mark, and we'll try to manual the portions that need to be manualed. So I'm actually gonna stop the timer at around 30 seconds. That way I can get some leeway time, because obviously this team does insanely well for the first couple of seconds of the fight. So we're at the 32-second mark, and I'm just gonna let it play a little bit faster. 28 seconds, 27. Okay. So we're at the 24-second mark, and I'm going to turn off auto now, because this is the part where it's supposed to get mega painful. Okay, so he's gonna do this. Does everyone die? No, not yet. So I'm going to cast a barrier right here, because I'm really terrified right now. So I might be doing this for quite some time. I don't know if I'm... Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, so I suffered in pain. Let's try that again. Let's see if I can actually do it. Man, oh my gosh. Do I actually have to get sweaty just for that part? My goodness. If I can't do it, then oh well. Let's go ahead and do 3x speed on auto and get it down to roughly the 25-second mark again. Oh, 1 minute. Obviously, this isn't a full auto team. It's semi-auto, but it's close enough at the end of the day. And this is the only team that I have all the units for where I can actually run it. So auto. It's gonna be 24, 30T. 30. Okay, we're gonna do this 2 times speed now. 28, 26, 25, 24. Okay. So we're gonna turn off auto now. Oh man, did I miss it? No, because when he does that poison thing, this part is what kills. Not this one. It's another section. So it's 14 seconds right here. We're gonna do Misato's because we're already dead, bro. And then we're gonna do Rins. We're gonna do Rins right there. And then I'm going to spam Yui's skill right here. If we die. Okay, yeah, there. We're definitely getting cheesed by that poison. This is nuts. Okay, then we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the healsies. Oh my gosh. If I have to do this every single time, this is gonna be crazy, nutty, and terrible. Okay, we're barely surviving. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. My goodness, yeah. I definitely have to manual this, because if I miss a single heal, we are all actually dead on this. This is going to be the last strands of the fight, but my. No, not like this. Okay, we got the Yui right there, and yeah, we're making it through it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very extremely slowly. This has to be the only way, because if I don't do it like this, there is no way we're gonna survive. This poison is insane, bro. Holy crap. 3, please, let me make it. Let me make it, bro. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, this is nuts. Can we actually make it through this? Please, 2, and then 1. Oh my god. Oh no, I'm not ready. Okay, so we made it through the first phase. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna play out the video, or I'm gonna do something so you don't have to essentially watch the whole way. Doing this so many times over, it's gonna get boring. But you get the point. You're gonna have to essentially do some crazy ass heals in order to make it through this fight. But oh my goodness, wish me luck from here. All right, welcome to the fight. This part is really intense, I have to say. So I'm just gonna provide some commentary on what essentially is happening. The video is at 1000% speed, so it took me a really long time to essentially burst him down. But you're seeing it sort of live, where I am slowly just ticking HP from him. The first couple of fights before he gets enraged, I'm ticking maybe 300 to 400k. It's not too much, but it's enough so that, it's substantial, where I'm I feel like I'm progressing. And then once he gets enraged, I'm only dealing right around 150,000. And if you're wondering, it's possible. I'll let this video play out. just so you guys can see, this is the team that you can run. It's one of the possible teams. There's other teams with Christmas Chica. There's other teams with various different healers. There's one with normal Chica. It's up to you how you want to run this fight. My biggest advice is the last 20 seconds, the last leg, when essentially he's trying to kill you with those poison ticks. That has to be the most difficult portion, because if you miss a single heal, you will essentially fail this fight. And what are Rin and Nozomi for, since they can't really heal? Rin is there to provide a moments of time where you can get some heals off, but essentially break it up so that the boss doesn't automatically kill you. Same thing with Nozomi. My biggest advice when it comes to this fight in particular is, if you can, try to spam NY Yui and Misato, alright? And then when it comes to Yui about to get her heal, just pop it off. There are some points where you can time certain things so that once you're at a third of a health, that's the maximum heal point. But honestly, it might be better to just heal at the halfway mark, because by the time you are, quote unquote about to die, you'll probably have either NY or normal Yui and Misato's heal off, because Yui and Misato are the clear MVPs. Now, NY Yui is obviously an MVP in her own right, because when the boss gets enraged, he hits way harder and he can actually kill your units, with his wipe claw, whatever that thing is, or when he's biting you. But the thing is, Yui and Misato, if you can get their heals at certain parts, usually Misato's heal is right around the 17 to 18 second mark if I were to sort of time gate it, and then Yui's heal is right around the 14 to 15 second mark. It's really finicky because depending on how your characters are essentially doing their timings, it'll be different. You can't really do, a timing thing with this as well, like pinpoint ones, just because you're running the team on auto. And if you were to run the 1 minute and 20 seconds on manual, I feel like that's too painful. And as you can see here, when he's in rage, I am losing the fight a number of times because I have to figure out sort of the new ways I have to tackle the boss, because he hits much harder, he's just way tankier, and I'm dealing less damage. And honestly, the pressure is on because the first 75%, it was a breeze compared to this last leg. And a couple of things with this fight as well. Do not be afraid if you lose all of your characters. I'm not sure if you saw it. The video is going really fast, right? If you lose all of your characters, you can still quit the fight and restart. So don't be afraid to essentially be like, oh, I need to take my time, or oh, I can still hit menu. You can still do it, okay? Just don't give up. I even reset my game because the lag was getting so bad because BlueStacks and all that stuff. This video isn't sponsored, but if you like BlueStacks, feel free to click the link. It helps me out. But regardless, I don't know if I could do this on my phone even because of how specific timings were and how fast that I have to click. It's really one of those things where you sort of master it over time and you sort of get a feel for the different ways that you tackle the boss. And I don't recommend pausing mid-fight because the attacks sort of get thrown off a little, your timing gets thrown off a little. The biggest things is just to use Yui and Misato's heals if you can. You can even ignore Rin and Nozomi if you really want to. I don't recommend that just because of the fact that their little seconds of time that they can provide, they help so much. And while your character is essentially casting their ultimates, you can click another character who's about to cast their ultimates. Now, the rest of the fight is sort of the same thing. You're going to see me fail, and it's up to you whether you want to stick around for the commentary. I'm just going to talk about Season 2 of Princess Connect, so if you want to stick around for that, feel free to do so. I'm going to leave timestamps, of course, in this video. That way you don't have to watch all 20 minutes of it, because it's pretty long. But let's go ahead and talk about the Season 2 of Princess Connect, because this is probably the one video I can actually gush about the anime without having to talk about like actual Princess Connect and its fate. Anime itself for Season 2 is above and beyond what I expected from Princess Connect Season 1. Because Season 1 was all about, wholesomeness and sort of introducing who Pekka was, who Carol was, how Carol's essentially associated with Kaiser, and how like Kokoro is sort of coming to being. It's weird that we haven't visited like Kokoro's village, and that hasn't been like a mission like almost ever. I'm hoping like we'll see like, her elven origin, at least in Princess Connect, but just know Princess Connect is sort of, it draws inspiration from like Dot Hack, and technically it's before SAO, or it's the same time as SAO. But this game is kind of old. There was a Princess Connect one. But regardless, the Season 2 anime, if you're wondering what timeline does that occur, does it follow the game? the game is actually on the timeline where I believe Yuki wants to reset but retain all of his memories, something like that, or retain some sort of composure, and you keep going through the fight, right? Something like that. But in the anime, Yuki is essentially wiping his memories. He's completely forgotten everything. So it's a completely different set of characters, completely different set of scenarios. I might have butchered the explanation, but just note Yuki has different timelines. There's the game timeline and then there's the anime timeline, just to simplify it. So in case you were trying to connect the dots, that's why they're so different. I have to say the animation quality is so amazing. I love the Konosuba director, how he's essentially, adding like that spin, that comedic effect. And, Konosuba has that way of sort of displaying the anime where it's just much better and leagues ahead of like others with completing like a simplistic style. It's not like overly drawn like Demon Slayer and all that stuff. And if you're wondering, yeah, I watch a bunch of anime. Princess Connect really got me deeper thanks to the anime. I hope Sai Games continues to produce anime for Princess Connect. I watched the anime for Uma Musume, but today is a Princess Connect video. I'll also put together like the clan battle video because I know clan battle is coming up in the next couple of days. I'm really not too worried about it, but this is technically our first time in the second year of clan battle, so the bosses might be a little bit tougher. It'll be fun to see how the sheep boss performs, because I remember the first time everyone was so happy just to get to the part where he becomes harder, but now technically we have multiple laps and all that stuff. But regardless of everything, hopefully you guys have Mumi and Christina for the upcoming clan battle. They'll be, of course, very useful. They're probably going to be integral units. You might even be able to get away with teams where Mumi is the tank on lap 1, which is really insane. I'm going to be prepared to see like people scoring like 3 mil, 4 mil, 5 mil damage or something crazy like that. Well, on some people's like accounts, not everyone's accounts. I think everyone's gonna hit over 1 mil quite easily, because now you're no longer going to need someone like Kaori, or you can just essentially run a full team of like Christina, Mumi, and then maybe someone like Eriko. Those are like DPS units. You can also run Valentine Chizuru. Anyone who has her, they're gonna do absolutely insane. But you can see here, we're walking down the last legs of the fight, and it only gets harder. I am not going to tell you it gets any easier with the EX Dungeon 2 fight. It is probably one of the most painful things. But if you've been watching like up to this point, I restart my game again. The only thing with this fight is like the pressure just keeps getting stronger and stronger. My palms get sweaty and sweatier, mom spaghetti, if you get what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, you can complete it. That's what I want to tell you. And that's why I wanted you to see all of this fight, just to prove a point that you can do it with these units. The only unit that's probably hard to get is someone like NYUI. If you don't have NYUI, I think it might be possible with Chika. It's really hard to say. I'm more afraid of the boss essentially doing his swipes and stuff. And my only thing with Chika is that the little minion dying might trigger like this dude's union burst a little bit more frequently, so it could be hard. I'm sure there's other teams. Maybe you could run double tank or something. All you need is some sort of way so that the healers can actually stay alive. Miyako dodge or Miyako cheese cannot work on this one because the poison ticks will kill Miyako even if she can dodge every single one of like the boss's attacks. That's the part that I want you guys to take note of, because I know Miyako could technically cheese the fight with the other dungeon fight. And just note, when we get the dragon fight, which is technically going to be the last dungeon, EX Dungeon 3, it's going to be a while, but he has a one-shot mechanic, so we can't like do this healing cheese sort of thing. So the dragon will be the real test, and we'll probably run like 10, 12 teams, whatever, in order to complete this one. But technically speaking, EX Dungeon 2, you can complete it with one team. This is one of the teams that you can use. I'll place a bunch more teams that you can use based off of JP info down in the description. But here it is. This is going to be like all of the things with this fight, and we're going to jump back to past me to showcase the rest. All right, this should be the last run. I don't know if I want to talk. I'm going to try to talk and provide some commentary because you finally got to this point. You've been grinding so hard. I have legit been recording for almost 2 hours trying to get it to this point. So auto until the 30 to 20 second mark, it's up to you. You can play around with the timings. This boss is insanely finicky. The hardest part is pretty much the poison portion at the 21 to 20 second mark. You have to spam almost every single skill from that point. It's kind of like very finicky because as you can see, there's some points where you don't spam. If you spam too fast, then essentially you don't pop the heal off properly. But we'll talk about it. We'll look at it. Let's see if I can actually do it this time. I messed up so many times, hence why it took me so long. But we're almost at the finish line. We can do this. I believe in us, and we're gonna put it in 3 times speed. And leave it on auto because NY Yui does need to do her barrier right here, or else Misato, or no, not Misato, Rin will actually die. So we have to make sure that she actually stays alive, and we're at the 20-second mark. And then right here is probably the most difficult part. It's really RNG because, oh, I just messed up. I just messed up so hard. Okay, so he does the double poison and bam. Okay, we're gonna do it this way. I've never attempted it this way, but hopefully it works. Usually I would pop Misato's heal from here, but it looks like Misato will like, you know, top herself off to a decent amount. We'll get a mini Rin heal right here. We're gonna get poison ticked one more time, and then we'll do the Misato heal. This one is a little bit different because usually I do different timings, but at the end of the day, it's still working. That's all I care about. And that's why I have to say, like, when it comes to timings, this is probably the craziest thing because this boss, it has to be one of the hardest things I've ever done in Princess Connect outside of, you know, clan battle being really finicky. But oh my gosh, I almost missed that point. We're almost there. We're fighting the seconds. We're literally right here. Come on, 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we need one more heal. We're gonna cast a barrier one more time. He should poison tick himself after this NY Yui bear. You got to just use these berries like crazy. Tick yourself, tick yourself, tick yourself. Yes, baby. Oh my God, finally. We have done it. We have beat it. It took me forever. I messed up almost so many times. If I did this live on stream, I would have definitely messed this up. I apologize, I could not stream this, but we have completed it. EX Dungeon 2 just came out. The recording of this video, it was, what is today? The 15th. This is when I completed it. This is the time that I first seen it. Oh my gosh, Carol, let's eat a lot. This guy was absolutely insane. I'm going to place this statue almost immediately into my guild house. And there we go. We have completed it. Yep, we have it. So don't forget to go to your menu, go to your storage, get the place right here. And we're going to place him right here for now. So place, and might as well place our Valentine's one. Place and place. The Valentine's one does absolutely nothing. It's just a flex. But there we go. We have gotten it. Oh my goodness. But anyways, if you've made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 30,000 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day, and see you guys in the next one. Really quick, here's the gear again in case you want to see it one more time. That's going to be Rin. Here's going to be NY Yui. Here's going to be Yui. Here's going to be Misato. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and show off Nozomi right here. That way you can see it. Those are the team members that I use for this fight. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. And like I said, see you guys in the next one, and have a great day.